on YouTube, on LinkedIn, as well as on Vimeo, as well as on TampaSchoolOfRealEstate.com. So welcome into everybody that is tuning in live with us here today. What we're talking about is how to jumpstart your real estate career. Not just getting your real estate license and figuring it out as you go, but going into this prepared, going into this confident, going into this ready to succeed, which does require a little bit of extra preparation. But this extra preparation goes a long way to setting you up for success. From choosing the right brokerage, to managing your lead flow, to managing your entire business. These are all things that you're going to learn with our complete Jumpstart program, which is a combination of state-required material to not just get your Florida real estate license, but also to complete your first renewal, and all of our exam prep tools to bridge the gap in between. So that is our complete Jumpstart, and it will set you up for success in your real estate career. As we're live right now, it's November 19th, 2025. We've got maybe about 6 weeks to go before 2026 is here. And even if you haven't started yet, even if you're brand new to real estate altogether, you can enroll in our complete Jumpstart bundle, which will include your pre-licensing course to get your real estate license, the exam prep tools to pass your exam, and then once you're licensed, the game-changing course that is post-licensing, because where this course to get your license focuses on laws and rules, this course, which has no state exam, focuses on the business side of real estate, on using your real estate license, on understanding the market, on presenting offers to clients as opposed to just the legalities of the contract, in pricing property to sell compared to the basic principles of appraisal. And the most impactful unit in the post-licensing is going to be your business plan, the business planning section that helps you define your vision for your career in real estate, as well as how you're going to achieve it, from the number of houses you need to sell, the commissions you need to earn, and the number of contacts you need to make to be able to accomplish those goals, and then the marketing plan that follows up with it. So this is a very comprehensive course, and this textbook is included with any of our instructor-led programs. Same thing for the pre-licensing. You could do this complete Jumpstart bundle with any of our course formats. So we have the live classes where you'd actually be there in front of a live instructor, or we could bring the instructor to you in a live online class, or 24/7, anytime, day or night, you can complete this on demand in a bottled up, packaged up version of our live instructor classes. So we'll talk more about that. But with that video on demand program especially, it really puts you in a position where you can complete all of these programs and still have plenty of time to celebrate the holidays between now and 2026. This is a 63-hour course. This is a 45-hour course. And the exam prep has 14 hours worth of videos plus a 5 hours worth of audio. So even going through all this information here, that's 100% doable before the end of the year. The hours of the courses aren't even full 60-minute hours. They're actually only 50-minute hours, which really even shrinks the time down even further. So there's plenty of time to complete this. But even if you just get licensed by 2026, even if you just pass this course, so you finish all the videos in here or you attend one of the live classes, you use the exam prep tools to help prepare and be ready to pass that state exam on your first try. You get that done. Maybe even if you have to go into the exam a couple of times, the state exam, there's unlimited attempts on it. You can take it as many times as you need to. It's just a cost every time you go to take that exam. But that's where these exam prep tools are here to take time out of the equation, to simplify things down, because look at that, 100 pages versus 500 pages. So this is what the state requires we teach you, and this is what we recommend that you actually study in these exam prep tools here. And the reason why you want to be licensed by 2026 is because the Florida Real Estate Career Fair on January 3rd, it's going to be the biggest event of the year, and it's your opportunity to showcase your new license to all the brokers in that room that are recruiting agents throughout Florida. So it's an immense networking event. It's free for all of our Tampa School of Real Estate alumni as well as prospective students. So even if you haven't enrolled in a class, if you want to just come here and find out more about real estate, you could do that at the career fair. But if you're committed to making this happen, if you know you want a career in real estate, enroll now, take that leap of faith, take that jump, make that bet on yourself, and work towards completing this challenge. If you want the bonus challenge, get your post-licensing done before 2026 as well, because that will now position you to better understand what to do with that real estate license and what brokerage is going to be the best fit for you. Now, right now, more than any other time of the year, it makes sense to do this because you could take advantage of our Black Friday tuition rates as well as the Black Friday promo code to save even more at checkout. So right now, tampaschoolofrealestate.com, just enter promo code Black Friday at checkout to save off of any course program. But we even have special Black Friday tuition rates for some of our programs that are really unbeatable deals for what you're getting. Now, at the career fair, come January 3rd, you could find out why real estate is more than just a career. How it allows for schedule flexibility, unlimited income potential, being your own boss, having this low barrier of entry of this course that can be completed, because it's, say 60 hours, you could do that in less than 3 days. Or you could take one of our 1-week accelerated in-person programs. We also have 2-week schedules, 3-week schedules, 4, 5, 6, all the way out to 8 weeks with our evening classes that only meet twice a week. So we have a lot of different formats, or with the video on demand option, you get 365 days of access to be able to complete this on your schedule. But this course can be completed in less than 1 week. So extremely low barrier to entry, especially compared to most other businesses and professions. And it opens you up to immense opportunities. And don't just take my word for it. Come to the career fair on January 3rd and see the opportunities for yourself of how you could begin part-time and transition to full-time, or maybe you never want to leave part-time. Maybe you like just doing what you're doing in your day job, but you want to be able to make some extra money on the side, on the nights, on the weekends, on whenever it is that you can make sense of it. You don't even have to do the deal. You could simply refer the deal and earn, say, 25% of the commission. It's a negotiable amount, but 25% is a very common ask for a referral fee. In exchange for a lead, they pay no money up front for the lead, but in the event that they close the lead, as long as you have a real estate license, they can now kick you back a referral fee, a percentage of their commission. Again, you agreed to that in advance, maybe 25%. Now, this course right here is what you would take to get your real estate license. Realestateonlinecourse.com. It includes this textbook and free shipping right now as part of this Black Friday promo to anywhere in the continental United States. So this textbook, this 500-page textbook, will ship this out to you absolutely for free anywhere in the continental United States. And this is your companion to this online course. Again, we took our classroom program and bottled it up into short, easy to follow videos to where it's like a class for one. It was actually shot and recorded in the same studio that I speak from today. So it's a very high level of production, and it's been trusted by thousands of students to start their real estate careers here in Florida. It has offline access in the app, so you can download the app, and then you don't even need an internet connection. So if you've got a low signal or you're somewhere without internet, you could still work on completing this course. And you could also log in just on the website. No app needed to download whatsoever. Realestateonlinecourse.com is where you want to head to for that. But as I mentioned earlier, we're about jumpstarting your career. So this is all that is required to earn your real estate license, but it's like you're just dipping your toes in the water, because getting the real estate license does give you the ability to join a brokerage, but the problem is, even with completing this course, you're likely not really going to know what to do, because this course isn't really about what to do with your real estate license. It's about how to not lose your license, how to not harm the public with your real estate license. So it's a lot of, you can't do this, you can't do that. It's this many days to report this many days for that. A lot of very basic principles as well. Whereas this course, the post-licensing, is now much more about how to use your real estate license. And this actually fulfills your renewal requirement as well. The problem is it's due like 18 months out. And if you wait all that time, you're delaying this knowledge Because if you're like me, you think it's going to be more laws and rules, but I'm here to tell you it is not. So what is the Complete Jumpstart? It's the way to fast track your success in the real estate business by getting more than just basic laws and rules. So when we talk about pre-licensing, the 63-hour course, this is what the state requires to get your real estate license. And most people wouldn't take this course unless the state required it. So the state does require a 63-hour FREC-approved pre-licensing course. That's why, again, this textbook is a 500-page textbook, because this is all the information in here that the Florida Real Estate Commission wants to be covered, which you would think it would be extensive and inclusive, but it's not. It just teaches the basics and the laws and the rules. But that's the good news, is it focuses on laws and rules because that's really all they test on the exam, which there's a lot to know, but once you know these things, these exams are relatively easy. The exam can be completed. I've seen students do these exams in 30, 45 minutes, even though you're given 3 hours and 3.5 hours for the state exam. Because once you remember the laws and rules and you remember them well and you're confident in your memory of those laws and rules, it's going to now put you in a position to where you can easily identify what's correct and what's not. Now, the post-licensing, on the other hand, it does still have some laws and rules where relevant, but the main focus is on sales and business. And while this isn't required until your first renewal, we recommend it as soon as you get licensed, because there's no state exam, so you don't have to stress out about having to prepare and get ready for a state exam, but you can now prepare yourself for your real estate career, learning the business planning, how to present offers again instead of just what makes a contract valid, how to price property to sell, how to generate leads, how to follow up effectively with past clients as well as following up with leads. We talk about business planning, prospecting strategies, influence marketing. You know, before they called it influencer marketing, back in the day, we just called this in real estate influence marketing. You know, imagine the realtor sending out little recipe postcards 20 years ago, way before social media is what it is today. We also cover closing buyers fast. How do you work with a buyer to help streamline the transaction rather than dragging it out? Because if you don't know what you're doing, it'll take a lot longer than if you do. Getting more listings, because listings, even in a market like we have today, listings are always important because it's your inventory. It's what real estate you have to showcase. But you want to get those listings sold because that's the results you're after for your client, and that's what ultimately makes you look good. So that's why it's important to understand not just how to price property to sell, but how to effectively communicate with that client, because ultimately it's the seller who decides what that price is that they're going to sell for. You can only offer your recommendation. And there's tons of topics designed for a new agent to help build the foundation of your real estate career. It's not going to teach you everything there is to know about real estate, but you're going to be light years ahead of that pre-licensing curriculum. So you can get that with any of our course programs. If you have questions about it specifically, you can reach out to our advisors, 813-333-2676, and find out more about that. But the Complete Jumpstart is a fantastic deal, not just for the knowledge. That's the reason alone why you should commit to this in advance, regardless of what the cost is. But essentially the way this works out is you get your pre-licensing and your post-licensing, and you're essentially getting the pass first try exam prep tools basically for free, or a few dollars depending on the type of course program it is that you're selecting there. But especially when you factor in additional savings and promo codes, such as the Black Friday promo code, those promo codes could be added at checkout, and then it really is even better than free. So that's the Complete Jumpstart bundle. It's what I would recommend, because now you're much more committed, because now you're taking what I would say is, out of all three of these courses, the most important course, which is post-licensing, because it's the course that most people put off. Most people don't take it right away, and then they're wondering why they don't know what to do with their real estate license and why they haven't made any money yet. And that's because they haven't read the instruction manual on how to use that license. This is not the instruction manual. This is the safety manual. This is the warnings you get beforehand that explain all the dangers. This is where you're actually learning what to do with your real estate license. So that's the post-licensing. And again, it's the most important course of that curriculum. So the sooner you take that, the more prepared you will be. but you have to wait until you are licensed, otherwise you won't get the credit for it. So when you enroll in the Complete Jumpstart bundle, you'll get the pre-licensing course as well as the exam prep tools. You'll get both of these books shipped right to your door, but we don't send you this book right away just in case the edition changes by the time you're enrolled in the post-licensing, and neither will you see that post-licensing on your account yet because we don't want you going in there and working on the course to not have credit for it. So that's why you won't see that in your account right away. But once you're licensed, you just reach out to us, say, hey, I just passed my exam. We'll tell you congratulations. And you say, I'm ready to start my post-licensing. We go pull up your account, see that you already purchased the Complete Jumpstart, and add that post-licensing to your account where you now have 1 year to complete that video-on-demand program, or again, we get you enrolled in whatever schedule coming up works best for the live programs if that is the course format that you chose. And with this video-on-demand program, this is our biggest and best deal of Black Friday. Because before you even add any extra promo codes onto this is only $407, which is less than the tuition for this class to take in person. And again, you could still add on a promo code at checkout to make that even lower. And with this, you're getting the video-on-demand pre-licensing added to your account immediately. You're getting the exam prep tools added to your account immediately, so you could simultaneously work on completing the FREC requirement to get your license alongside the exam prep tools that are going to help you pass that exam on the first try and expedite the process into getting into that most important curriculum that is the 45-hour sales associate post-licensing. Same format, the video-on-demand works right through the app, 24/7, anytime, day or night. And you could sign up directly for this by going to tsre.us/jumpstart. tsre.us/jumpstart. This will have this preloaded and pre-populated, and then just throw in promo code Black Friday to get an additional discount, to get literally the best deal on this whole total package here that's going to cover your entire first 2 years of required training with your real estate license. And really, you won't have any continuing education to do until about 4 years after the date you got your real estate license. And that's a very easy, simple, open book exam, like a $50 course, so super easy to complete there. But this Complete Jumpstart bundle will get you through that initial information that'll now, because continuing education isn't as life-changing as post-licensing is. Continuing education, you might learn a thing or two, but it's a short, easy course. Just somebody who's been in real estate a while now at that point. Whereas this is designed for somebody who just got their real estate license and what they need to know to be able to effectively use that license. And when you enroll in any of our courses, any of our instructor-led programs, you're joining the TSRE community from over 40 countries around the world, over 70,000 TSRE alumni that have gone through our programs. And you get to access the discussion board where it's not just people that are brand new just starting out, but the alumni that have gone before you telling their story of how they passed their exam, how they chose their first brokerage, how they got started in the real estate industry, what hurdles they had to overcome, and what they did to share their stories with you. So that's all in our TSRE discussion boards right when you log into the portal or through the TSRE app. If you have questions about any of our programs, reach out to us. There's the phone number right there, 813-333-2676. Call us up 24/7, anytime, day or night. Find out about the curriculum. Find out about our expert support, the interactive learning, the 24/7 access in the TSRE app, or more importantly, figure out about what your next steps are for your real estate career, even if you're just getting started. Reach out to us, 813-333-2676. Call or text us 24/7. Any way we can help you out. Again, January 3rd, get registered at floridarealestatecareerfair.com. This is the can't miss event if you're in real estate in 2026, especially if you're just getting started. This is going to be an eye-opening event that'll really showcase so many of the opportunities that are out there that are possible, that you can find yourself in if you have your real estate license. So that's why I challenge you to get started now, complete the new year, new career challenge, and get licensed by 2026. And again, bonus points if you're able to complete your post-licensing by 2026, because you're going to be significantly more prepared once you've completed that post-licensing course. You're going to better understand what brokerage is going to be the best fit for you, which one makes the most sense for you, not just short-term, but also long-term, and just have a much better confidence going into this business, to make sure that you're doing the right things, you're making the right choices, and your career is heading in the direction that you desire. So look, that's about all the time we've got for today. Thank you all for tuning in. We will be back on Friday for State of Real Estate. Until then, have a great rest of your Wednesday.